Big Boss Jock radio show. Listeners are encouraged to rise up, revolt, confront the U.S. government, liberate the Confederate States of America, the Alamo, placed as the capital. Assessment, Analyst Assessment, Episode 26. The video clip being assessed was posted by NBC News, entitled Watch Live, Trump Participates in Immigration and Border Security Roundtable. April 5, 2019, airtime 52 minutes, 2 seconds. Before beginning the assessment, again a mention of the court date that's arriving soon, May 23rd. Appreciate some assistance. Anyone see that knife on my hip for the 5 months? Any of those times, Monday through Friday? Be willing to give a witness statement? The Reading Police Department acknowledged my federal status for 5 months with that knife inside of their offices, not forced to show the security camera footage. Nothing's going to be discussed in the court. I don't have a lawyer, and the defender refused to discuss anything. Not acknowledge the protest. Nothing other than an arrest on January 25th of 19. I'd appreciate some assistance. Any federal agents out there? I care to read. There's the pages posted on the conspiracy, on the True Conspiracy Forum website. And after giving that a read, if they have a conscience and decide that they can help out, it would be appreciated. Well, it takes having a conscience, and everyone does have one. If it affects them that a U.S. federal agent is being falsely prosecuted on false grounds. I'm a U.S. federal agent being ignored in court. Shouldn't be occurring. I should be able to receive health benefits. No longer be bow wow wow left out on the doorstep of the Reading Police Department day after day. Oh please, some health benefits that were justly earned by birth name Earl Hawkins, who received That's This Body a whole lot of injuries along the way. Multitude of gunshot wounds. And not one bit of health care. Nothing. No type of pay. Vigiled every day. Not allowed an RF jammer. Kept at energy level. Can't even get the ham radio and don't have the license. Appreciate some assistance. Anyone who could be of help that would appear in the courtroom on my behalf would be appreciated. Of help, meaning they witnessed the knife, they know the details, any of what was mentioned. Maybe even just to show their support that a man's being unjustly prosecuted, persecuted to a heightened level, not allowed any type of health care, and to have incurred such injuries, and that's on their time, not mine. There, the USDIA, no one being held accountable, allowed to invoke U.S. national security at will. Anything that it takes to remain concealed. Them, their identities. Analyst assessment. 7 minutes and 15 seconds. 7 minutes, 15 seconds. Statement Don made. If you look at our southern border, the number of people and the amount of drugs the statement is phrased improperly. The amount of drugs and the number of people, and the number of the amount of drugs. It should just be the amount of drugs, the quantity of drugs. Computer generated to make him sound ignorant, the U.S. president. Again, the self-proclaimed nationalist, but now you, the listener, is becoming aware it's not the man Don. It's the U.S. DIA with a computer-generated dialogue that's making statements such as our southern border. It's the U.S. southern border. The reason for our? The different perceptions of being a member of our instead of the United States of America being a U.S. citizen. 7 minutes and 19 seconds. Blurred the image, number of people, and then it went more of a blur. It's all computer generated, the glitches. It's to play on the psyche of the viewer. Reads the word people again, image blurred, and when spoke, word human trafficking, complete face blurred. Condition the public except shifter in the mirror. Smoke with the screen. Form of trickery. The image placed on the blur. Transposed in the future will be images, glimpses at first. The conditioning to accept the blur. 7:19, statement Don made. Human trafficking is something nobody used to talk about. I talk about it. It's a terrible thing. It's ancient, and it's never been bigger than it's been modern right now, today, all over the world. No one hears any problem with how that's phrased, and what ignorance. I mean, they knew something was askewed, and now they figured it out because, it's computer generated, and they don't want to feel left out. They knew the entire while. Well, they didn't. And what's been going on is they've been being brainwashed. They're just becoming aware out there. Subjected to this type of programming for hours at a time. I mean, even if it was 5 minutes, and it's 5 minutes every day, it's toxic. The person has issues. They've been given a mental disorder by Yankee Sam. Things that are ancient are thousands of years old. There's nothing in this country, the United States of America, other than the original Americans, the Native American, their culture, but other than their culture, as far as the foundation of the United States of America, would not be considered ancient. 1776 is not ancient. That's a couple centuries that went by. Ancient are the pyramids at Giza. That's ancient. There's a difference. A dinosaur artifact, that's ancient. The people hear this English rubbish and they apply the same type of terms in their daily language, and it makes them seem ignorant. And that's because they are behaving ignorant. They're duplicating what they're being programmed to use a low intellect level. 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Statement made Dawn. And they come into the areas where you don't have a wall. You don't have a wall. Why isn't it the illegal migrants pass into the United States territory where there doesn't exist a barrier wall dividing the United States of America from Mexico? It makes it very easy for illegal migrants to cross the international border between Mexico and the United States of America. And seeing that it would be from the leader, it would still be the United States of America with Mexico, placing the importance on the United States of America. Instead, the Yankee U.S. public accepts such type statements. And they, instead of the illegal migrant, why, if he's a nationalist, why such an aversion to using the term illegal migrant? And furthermore, the U.S. citizen needs to understand, at times they're part of the group of they. They're described as you. And what's the issue? Illegal migrants. Because in between, they're the same you when described as an area or something pertaining to the United States of America. 7 minutes, 43 seconds. Statement made, Dawn. They don't come through your points of entry. They come into areas where you don't have the wall. Come on, people. Your ports of entry should be termed U.S. points of entry. Maybe expand further. U.S. territorial points of entry is reduced to your points of entry. Really? And who are you? Well, the listener's being instructed what to do, and who they are depends on another time when you is used and what they're instructed to do. The statement should have been versed. Illegal migrants don't pass through official U.S. ports of entry. Illegal migrants enter into the U.S. territory where the wall doesn't exist. That's how the statement should have been phrased. 7 minutes, 58 seconds through 8 minutes, 24 seconds. Statement Dawn made. By the end of next year, we'll have completed or begun construction. And that's what we really hear. All right, we'll stop there for a moment. There's a real problem with that. And that's what would be a backwards riddle. Did they begin or did they complete? Which way are they going, and do it again? Now the person's spun, and they're going to pick up the fiddle and know the tune. At a future date, they'll sing along and be part of the song. They're another. They know the tune and been instructed what to do. Here we go. Here they go. It's Dawn's statement. And that's what we really hear with the Army Corps of Engineers. So this is what he wants to get across, is that he's going to share the power with the general. He's going to term we when introducing the general. That means the U.S. president with the general have the same status, the same power. They do things together as we. And who's instructing who that day? Well, it seems as if this general is going to show more strength. So it'll be the general. He's on the scene that day. And going to be on the scene every day, very soon. Dawn's just introducing the general, and that'll be the fiddle that's picked up. Here we go. This is the statement. And that's what we really hear with the Army Corps of Engineers for, and I think that I would like to do is, while we are on the subject, General, see, and they're spinning. They can't understand what that means. And it's said fast, and they think they are understanding, but they're not realizing they're being brainwashed. They're being led along. Not by receiving the information, by queuing on to you and we, thinking in the first person I, but as the one that's amen, back to we. It isn't we. And that's what we really hear. No, that's what he as U.S. president with his entourage, he would say his advisors and others, are doing there at the Calexico length of the project, the barrier wall. And the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, General, and name his name, he will be giving a few statements. See, and that's what should be said from the U.S. president. He should be the leader. Instead, he's playing the part of chump. He's another of the group of we, equal standing with the subordinates. There is a tremendous breach in protocol. There's quite a breach of protocol the interaction between a subordinate with their superior. The U.S. president, during the 52 minutes, is the inferior of everyone. He's a chump, part of the bunch, but inferior to the rest in the sense that he's babbling, computer-generated da-da, and things are versed backwards, difficult to understand, work as riddles, and they pick up the fiddle, what's easily understood. So continuing with the statement made by Don. To do is, while we are on the subject, General, you would just give a little detail of the wall that is under construction, what we've built, what we're going, because the press never likes to talk about it. Really, the U.S. President needs the General to explain what he terms we are doing. Shouldn't it be what the United States of America is doing with taxpayer dollars? The President as leader, being the director of the project. No one gives orders to the President. If they do, there's a major problem. Breakdown in chain of command. Who's in the lead? Everyone knows when a business is mismanaged, what happens after a short while? Bankruptcy is declared. It's about to happen. They're going to say, just couldn't do it. Just wasn't enough money. Payment was owed. China's going to put pressure. California's going to say they can pay their part of the debt. 8 minutes and 5 seconds. When mentioned Army Corps of Engineers, U.S. President Don, the elbow of the official, the military general from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, moved. It's rude. An official, such as rank as general, knows how to behave with their commander-in-chief. Another example. Computer-generated, plays on the psyche of the viewer. Who's in control in that room? They're being conditioned to accept the general as the leader. And there'll be one general after another. Given the dictate, new regulations in place. It's no longer the United States of America, it's America. And realize in the Western Hemisphere, it's America from North Pole to South Pole. Our one only God, He helps me do this rhyme, line by line. I do give my thanks, I will show my gratitude for our one only God, Father in heaven. This is the Big Boss Chuck, momentarily signing off.